What's up, folks? Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Just wanted to jump on tonight. I know in my morning shows I'm pretty, I'm pretty animated, and I kind of bring all the bells and whistles. But I've been having long discussions with a lot of people in the Patriot community and people that I feel have a lot of information, a lot of intel. I just heard something very disturbing from a senior employee at a border patrol in the border patrol, talking about 200,000, you heard that correct, on the terrorist watch list as coming to America. And he personally knows a few people that let them in, by way of, hey, there's a red flag. They call their upline and they say, nope, let them in. This is a takeover. This is a designed invasion. I really do believe that these hurricanes are a metaphor for what's coming to America. Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton. I think, although I don't believe they're natural, I do believe that these are a metaphor for what's coming to America, and you better buckle up and prepare. I've talked to, I'm just going to say this. I've done thousands of interviews with lots of people these last 4.5 years, or over 4.5 years now. I've been at this every day, sometimes 3 to 5 interviews a day, podcasts a day. So I'm going to say I consider myself a bit of an expert on this now at this point. I've easily logged in over 10,000 hours of just interviews. I've interviewed everybody in the Patriot community, everybody. And my bullshit meter is up. I have a great bullshit meter, by the way, folks. I boxed my entire life. I was in the most scandalous, horrible sports with the likes of the biggest boxing promoters you can name. And I'm not going to name them, but the biggest ones. I've seen it all. I've been around the most grimiest, grueling, ugliest gyms. I was living in motels and training camps at a Motel 6, washing my clothes in the bathtub, sparring the world champions at the time in the gym. I lived a life as a Spartan, as a fighter. I mean, this was before social media even. And I've been around a lot of slime balls, and game recognizes game. I never let it harden my heart, but I got to see a lot in boxing. And I'm going to say this, one thing about being a fighter, and a damn great fighter that I was, is you recognize strategy. I recognize strategy. I know what I'm watching here. I've done thousands of interviews, and I know what I'm looking at. And I disagree with a lot of prominent people out there that would probably call me crazy. And I really think there's two camps here. I think the two camps really are the black pill. I mean, obviously there's the people that are completely asleep, but I really feel, and I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I'm not trying to do that. I respect General Flynn. I respect Juanito. I respect them both. My hat's off to both men. Highly respect. But thank you, Andrea. I'm going to say that from what I'm watching, and this is just my opinion, and I'm going to tell you what, folks, I'm no, despite what you may think, I'm no dummy. And I know about the fight game, and I know about the art of war. And I know about what I'm seeing here. And, I'm just going to read something from General Flynn that it didn't motivate me to come on tonight, but I think it could really let the air out of a lot of people's balloons. And then I'm going to tell you why. General Flynn says, time for a sense of humor, check troops. With the plains of I can't read it too well. The plains of Tetons on fire, the mountains of North Carolina destroyed by a hurricane, Gulf Coast of Florida about to feel the historical surge of ocean water, the forest in OR burning, 2 wars waging in the Middle East and Eastern Europe, a censorship war on free speech, an upcoming BRICS summit to shift the global economic system away from the U.S. dollar, along with both fake and real declared. Throw in some stolen valor, along with stolen, you know what else? The globalists are pulling out all the stops. Don't worry. We have them right where we want them. Oh, and oh yeah, the real storm is coming. I don't know. I don't know, you know, when I read something like that, I don't know if that was sarcasm, but I'm in that camp that this isn't about a little, this is not like a little league game where T-ball game where good game, good game, good game. I don't know if you guys remember that playing back in the day. I don't know if they still do it, but it's not like that. This is for all the marbles. This is for everything. And they are going to pull out all the stops. And I am going to say one thing. This is where we want them. This is what it's come down to. They have got to commit to these moves. Now, I've told you, I've talked to a lot of people. I've talked to thousands of people, man. Thousands of hours of podcasting. And I'm going to say, I'm looking at a strategic, and I just want to boost the morale of everyone here. I just want to say, I see strategy. And I think we all need to have faith. And that does not destroy us, and I have to say that on Flip 2, that does not destroy us, only makes us stronger as Americans. This is going to absolutely test us. Going into October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, maybe. Who knows how much longer? Will World War III be kicked off? Could be. But we have a country to save. And I firmly believe we will do that. We will do so. And I just want to be the voice of reason, because a lot of, you know, when I read that, I'm like, the people don't need to hear that right now. They don't need to hear that. What they need to hear is, and I'm going to say it. If it takes me to say it, I'm going to say it. I'm seeing strategy here. I'm seeing it. And I think we all have to have a little more faith in what's coming. And don't fold up camp yet. Weather the storm, so to speak. You know, every time I do a podcast with somebody, I kind of do a psychiatric evaluation on them. I don't know if you know that I'm doing that, but I am. And I'm asking them certain questions. I'm just seeing where they're at. And it really is like every time I do it, I'm reading somebody, I'm getting a pulse on somebody, seeing where their mind's at, where their experience is at, what they've been through, where their education is, how much do they really know. And I don't know if you guys see that in me. And sometimes I try to steer the interviews the direction I need to steer them because I'm pressed on time, things like that. But I'm telling you now, folks, this is going to be really tough. America is going to change forever, no doubt about it. But I'm going to tell you another thing. We win. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really hard. It's going to test all of us. And I think November will be even more difficult than October, and maybe December will be more difficult than November, and maybe January will be even worse. I don't know. But I do know that we get through this. And we have a great leader. We have a great leader pioneering the trail, and that's Mr. T. And my hat's off to him and everyone. You know, that guy literally took bullets. So there is going to be a near-death experience for America, and a near-death experience is something I went through personally, where I had a knife shut my throat. This was repaired by a very good cosmetic surgeon that just happened to be on call that night. I've been through my own personal deaths. I've been through my own near-death experience. A near-death experience is not like, whoa, I almost got hit by a car there. That's not a near-death experience is, boom, you get hit by the car. But you come back. I think there's a lot of things that we're going to see here. I think we're going to see the economy crash. I think we're going to see they got a lot of cards they can pull. Earthquakes, hurricanes. Obviously, we're seeing that right now. Solar flares. Anything to blame other or on the outside other than them. They will stop at nothing. But ask yourself, how does RFK, how does Elon Musk, how does Mr. T band together and feel so confident that they've got this? They just feel like playing. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't see that level of crazy in them. I see the art of war. Folks, I'm going to knock this out just for a second. Would you believe me if I told you inside your pantry right now is one of the healthiest foods on the planet? Yep, it's true, and it's not some weird, trendy superfood. Spoiler alert, it's olive oil. You're probably used to cooking with it, but there are countless ways to use olive oil to help yourself look and feel younger. For example, olive oil is a natural way to help you achieve a more youthful appearance. Besides helping you look younger on the outside, it's a fantastic tool for your insides as well. According to Dr. Steve Gundry, a famous cardiothoracic surgeon, nutrition expert, and health advocate, you should get as much high-quality olive oil into your daily routine as possible, whether it's taking a shot a day or keeping a bottle of it in your bathroom medicine cabinet. What kind of olive oil is best for your health? Well, any olive oil can give you some benefits, but if you're looking to get the best results, it matters a lot which one you pick. The olive oil industry is huge. You can tell by the number of olive oil brands you see at the grocery store, and you can bet they're not all made with the consumer in mind. And many brands may even cut corners on one way or another to increase profits. When Dr. Gundry came to this realization, he was appalled. But some olive oils are so powerful, it may only take a few tablespoons a week to see these incredible health benefits. So how can you tell between an olive oil that can be health booster and which one isn't up to par? In an effort to answer that question, Dr. Gundry has decided to take a stand and release his personal research and findings. The video has gone viral since its release, and it is important you see it so you can start benefiting immediately. You can watch the video right now by going to getolive1.com/Nino by clicking on the link below. Hit the link below and get started on it. I had to do it, folks. I got to knock these out. You got to understand. So with me trying to like bob and weave and like I just trying to get people prepared, but at the same time, you got to have faith. Folks, if you're going into a fight, you got to have the faith that you can win. You cannot go in defeated. You can't. And that's why, and I don't really know why Flynn put out that post, or I don't know if it's sarcasm. I'm gonna. It feels like it was, but it bothered me because this is a general. It says General Mike Flynn. I just and I don't know how long ago this was, and I'm not talking bad about him. I love the man. I think he's a great person. I just don't believe that's the right message for America. So I'm here to say I disagree with it. And I'm here to say you bet your balls. You bet your fucking behind there's a strategy here. And we all need to believe in that. And most of all, believe in God. Because this is everything they're trying to do is against God's plan. It's all against God's plan. And God will not be mocked. I'm sorry. You think that Trump missing that bullet, you don't think that was divine intervention? Because I do. And I think there's a lot bigger miracles coming. If he can do that, and we all saw it, and I don't care what you think. I don't care if you're an atheist. I don't give a shit what kind of explanation you have. That was divine. But hey, that's what I believe in. But I saw it with my own eyes. Yes, I did, just like many of you. So I know we have something they don't. And that's God. It's God. So, sorry, not sorry. So I just wanted to give a message to everybody and say that I've done thousands of hours of interviews, and I'm going to tell you right now, I see strategy. I see clear strategy. And I also see a lot of hardships coming. I'm not saying it's like, you're going to take some punches, and this will be like a fight. We're going into the championship rounds, and this is where you're going to get tested the most. So I think we're going right into it, and I feel they're desperate. They're improvising right now. Yes, they have a lot of moves, but every move will expose them even further. And I believe, in just my opinion, and this is just an opinion, that when we get to November, I don't think there will be a clear result. Just my opinion. I feel that maybe there will be, this person won, that person won. No, this person won out, and then this is being questioned. It's gonna be like, you think 2020 was bad? This one's probably gonna be a lot worse. I don't know when it gets solved, but I think there's gonna be a time period, and this is where I agree with Juan, is because I can't see it any other way. I just see a halt. Now, if that doesn't happen, I'll be very happy. Believe me, I'll be very happy. But the people that we're up against aren't going to just go away nicely like good little boys and girls. That's not how it works. Sorry. I've been told that, like I said, over 200,000 on just a terrorist watch list has entered the country, allegedly. This is just what I've heard from very good sources, along with, rumors of 9 surface to air missile launchers, of military grade equipment coming in. What are they preparing for, folks? Ask yourself that. Do I believe we win? Yes. But they're going to go all in. They're going to go all out. And I think, honestly, they've lost all faith in their candidate, if you know what I'm saying. So what do they do next? Scorched earth. That's what I see. That's what I see coming. That's where they're going with this. And I think the weather is just part of it. Now, I got to be very vague on FluffTube. I have Juanito 𝗀𝗏 coming on. I did a late night discussion with him last night. And just to tell you where his mind is at. Now, this should tell you something. What's he always doing? He's always jet setting here and there and jet setting over there. What's he doing right now? He's hunkering down. He's hunkering down. So I've also noticed this. There's also these people. Sherry Alinda, wow, thank you very much. Big one. Thank you so much. There's also these people, and I just want to put this out there. I have some different friends. Everyone knows I used to drink. I don't hide anything. I was promiscuous. I did it all. I did drugs. I don't give a shit. I don't care what anyone thinks. I had a fun time. And I still have friends that do that stuff, and they're some of my best friends, and I love them to death. But there's different kinds of mentalities right now. There's friends that I know that are like preparing, really preparing. I mean, I would almost think you can never over prepare, but they're really preparing. They're getting locked and loaded. They're prepared. They're storing all their food. They're ready. Like it's gotten to that level with some of them. Then there's some that are just minimally preparing, getting some food on the shelf. They're not taking it that serious, and they're waiting just a little bit longer. I might even fall into that category. I have other friends buying gold and silver, all that kind of stuff. And then I have friends that obviously are asleep, and I feel bad for them, but maybe ignorance is bliss. Who knows? I don't think so. I can't give them that credit. But then I have friends that are like, you know what, man? Fuck it. And they're taking off, leaving the country to go party. And I'm serious. And that would have been me. That would have been me. I would have been that guy leaving the country to go party 5 years ago. I would have been like, why be here? I'm gonna go self-indulge and get drunk and go have a blast and sleep with whoever I want, and no one's gonna tell me anything. And that's the way the world's going. Then I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna have a damn good time while the world ends. And I would have gone, and I would have been, and I've done it many, many times. Where I've gone to Costa Rica, I've gone to Amsterdam, party, did what I wanted to do, debauchery, be a complete derelict. But now there's a quote from Young Guns. I don't know if you guys remember the movie Young Guns, where Emilio Estevez, Billy the Kid, is telling everybody how it's the end of the world coming. He's giving an analogy, or he's giving a metaphor, whatever. He's telling a story about how the end of the world's coming, and these three guys are preparing for the end of the world. And it goes something like, well, I'm going to, one guy's, I can't remember what he says, takes his family and goes and hides. Another guy goes and gets drunk and parties. And he said, it's the end of the world. I'm going to go party and live it like the last day of my life. And the other guy, the last guy, the leader of the gang says, well, I shall finish the game. I shall finish the game. And I don't know if you guys have seen that, but it's a good little clip to watch. I shall finish the game. That's how we all need to live. Right there. All of us. We shall finish the game. That's how I see it. We are living in incredible times right now. History is being made right now. We're all picking our lanes. You're seeing it now with the celebrities. You're seeing it now with P. Diddy. You're seeing it with Jay-Z. I don't know if you guys saw that clip of Jay-Z and Denzel Washington. Denzel avoided that guy like a disease. It was I think it was the Lakers game or whatever game it was. But man, oh man, this is getting hot everywhere. What lane are you going to pick? This is getting real, folks. And I know all of you can feel it. I know every single one of you can feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Everything's going to change. The news is going to change. Your favorite icons and celebrities and idols are going to just come tumbling down. And if not this month, and if not the next month, very soon, it's coming. We all see it. It's coming. They can't do anything. I don't care how many lawyers they get. I don't care how many crisis meetings they have. It's over. They're done. It's the end of an old paradigm. It's the end of an old system, an old control structure. It's over. It's gone. It's done. That consciousness has died. We are now forging into a new consciousness where that stuff is old hat. Nobody cares anymore. They want real. Give them something real. That's where this is going. The spell is broken. Correct. Doesn't matter what they say or think anymore. We're awake. We have a clear lens. We see everything from a 60,000 view. And I feel really bad for the people that don't. I feel really bad for the people that don't, man. Some people are just so asleep. I mean, I still see Harrison Walt signs in the neighborhood. There's no helping those people. Don't even think about it. This is survival of the fittest. And with that being said, folks, I'm out of here. I'm going to try to get some rest. I go on a Rich Valdez show right now. Kind of late. I don't like to do these late shows, but I'm doing it. I am not awake. I am aware. Well, okay. You have to be awake to be aware, right? I think. All right, folks. I'm out of here. Later. My alarm's going off. Peace.